If you're looking for the cheapest muck coins on the market and you need it delivered to you with the quickness, check out MMOAN.com. Use code CK for 10% off. Antonio Brown said it himself. He doesn't need football. What if he decided to actually retire? Welcome back, you guys. Your boy CK. Today is another experiment. We're going to be figuring out what happens if not only Antonio decides to retire, but if every single NFL team's #1 wide receiver, their best wide receiver, decide to stop playing football at the same time. What would happen? Who would come out on top? Which team would win the Super Bowl, man? That is what we're going to find out today. We have all of them at the center position, and the best center from wide receiver is Julio Jones, 42 overall. That's extremely high, man. The Bears no longer have Allen Robinson. The Bengals with no AJ Green. That's going to be tough. The Bills with no Cole Beasley. I know he's their slot cornerback, but he's their highest overall. The Broncos with no Emmanuel Sanders. The Browns with no Odell Beckham Jr. Imagine. The Buccaneers with no Mike Evans. Chris Godwin has to man down the wide receiver #1 position. The Cardinals with no Larry Fitzgerald. That's going to be tough for Kyler Murray to win without someone as good as Fitzgerald, man. Mike Williams is now the #1 in Los Angeles for the Chargers, man. No more Keenan Allen. The Chiefs no longer have Tyreek Hill. How is Mahomes going to cope without that speed? Well, he's going to cope by having one of the best tight ends in the league and a guy like Andy Reid, one of the best offensive minds we've ever seen at the coach position, and Sammy Watkins. So I think he'll be fine. I think the Chiefs will still make it pretty far. Okay, the Colts, Jacoby Brissett no longer has T.Y. Hilton. Devin Funchess is his best wide receiver now. The Cowboys, no more Amari Cooper. That's going to be tough for Dak. The Dolphins no longer have Devontae Parker. If you remember, Kenny Stills got traded to the Texans. D-Jax is a new #1 in Philly. We still have a good wide receiver core, man. Our tight ends are still disgusting. So even though we lost Alshon, I still see us making a deep run, man. The Falcons are going to struggle. No Julio. Are you losing someone as good as that is going to be tough. They're not making the playoffs. I'm sorry.
Are you sure about that?
The Niners with no more Marquise Goodwin. That's a lot of speed they're missing. That is a lot of speed they're missing. The Giants with no more Golden Tate. Oh, it's going to be tough for Eli and company. The Jaguars with no more, I think it was Marquise Lee they got rid of. They were the same overall, him and Westbrook. So yeah, I just got rid of Marquise Lee. The Jets, no more Robbie Anderson. Okay, it's going to be tough for Darnold. Galladay is amazing. He could be a #1. Amendola, we know what he can do. I think Stafford would be fine. Okay, the Packers with no more Devontae. Aaron Rodgers is goated, but is he good enough to get these ragtag bunch of wide receivers deep into the playoffs? I don't know. We're gonna have to find out. The Panthers, who is their #1? DJ Moore, the young guy, man. Cam never has a lot to work with, so I think they'll be fine, to be honest with you. The Patriots, no more Edelman, but they have Josh Gordon, they have Demaryius, and they have Brady. Like, what else do you really need? I don't know, when you have someone like Tom Brady. The Raiders, no more AB, as we previously mentioned. Tyrell Williams, the speedster, is the only guy above an 80. It's gonna be tough for Derek Carr. It's gonna be really tough. The Rams with probably one of the best, if not the best, wide receiver depth in the NFL. Cooper Kupp is incredible. Last year, before he got injured, he was unbelievable. Robert Woods, we already know about him. They lost Brandon Cooks, but still, very, very solid unit. Okay, the Ravens, no more Willie Snead, Seth Roberts, and Marquise Brown, very young individuals. I don't know what that's going to lead to, man. The Redskins no longer have Paul Richardson, I believe. Pretty sure he was their #1. Josh Doxson is now the #1. The Saints with no more Michael Thomas. Breeze, he might struggle a little bit. They might just have to run the ball all the time with Kamara and just dump it off to him. The Seahawks with no more Tyler Lockett. They lost Doug Baldwin offseason. Wow, that is tough, man. Russell Wilson gonna have to work with some young guys, some very, very young talent. Oh, the Steelers with no more Juju. They now have Moncrief and Washington as their top 2 wide receivers. Don't know if that's gonna be enough to get them deep into the playoffs. The Texans have incredible depth. They lost Nuke, which sucks. You're not gonna replace that, but you have some guys with speed, man. 95 speed from ऊFollow, 92 for Stills and Cootie. I know I'm probably saying it wrong, man. The Titans no longer have Corey Davis. Adam Humphries is their #1, but every time I simulate in franchise mode, Adam Humphries always has a filthy season. Mark my words, he's going to be near the top in terms of stats. And then the Vikings, the best wide receiver currently in the league, Stephon Diggs, 92 overall, the only guy above a 90. It's unfortunate I even have to show it. Like, you guys should know by now, but all Madden simulation as usual. I'm not going to use any of these teams. I'm just trying to figure out which one of them is going to have the best season. We're just going to go right to it. Let's just simulate to the playoffs and see who made it. Before we go any further, let me know in the comment section your predictions for the championship games in the NFC. I have the Eagles and the Rams. I think those 2 teams with just incredible wide receiver depth, they're going to make it far in the playoffs. In the NFC, I'm going to Patriots and the Texans. I know they lost Nuke Hopkins, but I still feel like ऊFollow and Kenny Stills, that is an incredible combo. At least one of the better ones left in this league, in this simulation. And I think the team that will fall off the most, let me know your prediction. I think it's going to be the Falcons. I think without Julio, it's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough. So yeah, AFC, the Chiefs, the Browns, the Chargers, the Bills, the Ravens, and the Patriots didn't make it.
What? What?
Wow, the Jaguars made it. Who's my other prediction? The Texans. Wow, I struck out. I struck out in the AFC. That's very unfortunate. Now in the NFC. Okay, the Cowboys, the Eagles, the Falcons made it. They shut me up with the quickness. They said, I don't need Julio. What are you talking about, man? The Seahawks, the Cardinals, and the Packers. Interesting. Okay, the Rams didn't make it. They went 6-10 without Brandon Cooks. That's interesting. Very interesting. Okay, the Vikings struggled without Thielen, even though they had the best wide receiver left in the NFL. The Saints without Michael Thomas, they struggled. The Panthers, apparently they missed DJ Moore. The Bears needed Allen Robinson. This is crazy. The Lions, they needed my man's Marvin Jones Jr. But the rest of these teams, they just somehow made it. Okay, in the AFC, I didn't even look at the bottom. The Steelers with no Juju, that's understandable. The Bengals, yeah, these are the teams I would expect to be down here, but not the Texans. I guess I can understand it, man. The Raiders with no AB, this is what would happen. So yeah, that's why they put up with all that off the field stuff, because they kind of need him. Okay, they kind of need him. We're not done yet. Let's look at the wide receivers and all the receptions. Who had the most receptions? Calvin Ridley led the league. Geronimo was second. Cooper Kupp, I told you, he's incredible. Dede Westbrook was up there. What'd I say? Adam Humphries. I knew he'd be near the top. I told you every time. It's crazy. I'm starting to think he's actually gonna be a beast in real life, man. Dede Westbrook led the league in receiving yards. Geronimo was near the top, man. Both of those guys killed it. There's Humphries again. There's Humphries. Sanu stepped up. That's why the Falcons made the playoffs. Sanu stepped up. Look at Dede, bro. Holy crap. Him and Ridley killed Ebron. Oh, tied for the most touchdowns in the league in terms of receiving. Look at Nelson stepping up. Trey Burton. Most touchdowns was Lamar Jackson. Not running. No. Passing. Lamar Jackson, you killed it. That is just disgusting. Matt Ryan was right there. MVP level year from him. Most yards in the league was Josh Allen. Bro, they love rushing quarterbacks in this. They love rushing quarterbacks. Josh Allen and Lamar, you understand what would happen in the media? Like, they would just, their brains would explode if that happened in real life, man. They keep trashing these dudes. Josh Allen won MVP. Congrats to him, man. Obviously, if he goes for that, you already know he killed it in terms of rushing. So yeah, I think he deserved that. Best quarterback in the AFC, or offensive player of the year, I should say, in the AFC. Zeke won offensive player of the year in the NFC. Cam was right there. Wentz was third. Defensive player of the year, Eric Kendricks from the 4-12 Vikings. I guess it's not like basketball. If your team's like really bad, they won't give you any awards. In football, I guess it's different, man. You could be on a 4-12 team and still kill it. Kyler Murray still got rookie of the year in the NFC. That's pretty good. Defensive rookie of the year went to Devin White. Dude's a problem. Should already know that was coming, man. Quentin Williams. Okay, a lot of these guys are not on the best team, but they still ended up being one of the best players, man. Best running back in the AFC was Le'Veon. Best in the NFC, obviously Zeke, man. Okay. And finally, best wide receiver in the NFC, Calvin Ridley. Cooper Kupp was right there. Sanu. Look at the Falcons, 2 of the best 3. They really stepped up. That is crazy. Matt Ryan is just incredible. That's really what it boiled down to. Best wide receiver in the AFC is Dede Westbrook, Jarvis, and Demarcus Robinson. Wow, okay. Time to see who's gonna win the Super Bowl. Let's do it. In the wild card round, we had guys that had incredible seasons. Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen go at it, but Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills came out on top 38-35. The Cardinals and the Seahawks, Kyler Murray beat Russell Wilson in what was another close matchup. He's moving on. The Chargers ended up beating the Jaguars, man. Their offense was just a little bit too much, even without Keenan. And then the Eagles beat Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers to move on to the next round. In the divisional round, the Chiefs fell to the Chargers 24-21. Chargers are poised to make a run. The Cardinals lost to the Cowboys 42-28. Zeke has been on a tear, proving why he was the best player in the NFC this season. The Bills beat the Browns. They are killing it right now, man. Josh Allen is having a phenomenal season. And then the Eagles continue to have the Falcons number in the playoffs. They beat them again, 24-22 this time. Finally, in the conference championship, we have the Chargers and the Bills. The Chargers edge out the Bills by a score of 23-21, and then the Eagles at the Cowboys. Imagine if this happens in real life, everything would go down from too much activity, man. There would just be chaos all over the place. The Eagles lost to the Cowboys 23-31. You hate to see it. And in the Super Bowl, the Cowboys and the Chargers, not gonna lie, this would be a very entertaining Super Bowl. The Cowboys ended up winning 35-27. That's what would happen if every team's best wide receiver decided to retire at the same exact time, man. This is another fun simulation. I just like doing these experiments just to see what would happen. Zeke would take it to another level, man. I guess this is what happens if he gets paid. Well, he just got paid, actually. Yeah. Melvin Gordon, though, apparently he got paid in this simulation too, man. They both killed it on the ground. The Cowboys did enough to get the W. Dak is a Super Bowl champion, man. How does that even sound? Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video, man. If you did enjoy it, all I ask is that you destroy that like button. Thank you so much for 140,000 subscribers, man. It's just incredible. You guys are helping me grow so fast. I'm gonna keep on pumping out videos every single day. That is my promise to you. All you gotta do is keep watching, subscribe if you're new around here. And as for me,